Yo, check it, got that new fire straight from the underground. What you need? This that real hip hop.
I like how,
What's
hold
going
on,
on,
that
good
was
people?
dope because my man was selling out of the back of the trunk and the burnt CDs. That's actually how I started. A lot of people, I would sell to people literally outside of gas stations. Like I would literally pay people to sit in my car and listen to my CDs. You know what I'm saying? And it was shit that I had burnt on a burnt CD. So that's actually pretty wild.
This that real hip hop.
What's going on, good people? How you doing? How you feeling? Hopefully you're doing good because you checking in with your boy Ruppleberry, man. Now, right now, I got a tasty jam for you. This one is lined up, coming straight from PayPal.
Hold on. Let's see if he pronounces my name correctly. I don't remember seeing this, so this is awesome. The name is Ruppleberry. So shout out to Ruppleberry for reviewing the song. Again, I haven't seen this. I haven't checked the comment section. I haven't seen anything like that. I'm actually shocked because I usually am pretty much on top of reacting to reaction videos. It's something that I do enjoy. So the fact that I didn't, and I looked just briefly to see if I had liked the video or I had subscribed to it. And I was like, I didn't like this. I didn't subscribe this. I didn't react to this. Like, what the hell? So yeah, well, I'm just gonna hit start on this.
This is a donation request for Graydon Square.
Hey.
Name of the song is called Omniverse. Now I'm checking in because this one was handpicked by a good friend and follower, man. It's been around since the early days, and I'm glad he's here. Hopefully this is a jammy jam. But let's check it out.
Hopefully it is.
Graydon Square, Omniverse.
Yeah. Type 3. Yeah.
Already with the Galactics.
Started at the foam as a quantum burst. On the journey from the plane through the Omniverse. The shortest distance you can travel at the speed of light. Watch me take the same path as the neutrinos flight. Shot forward, zooming past the top court, where the space-time and energy roads do not fork. I've been
Quantum
slept on
physics,
since
boss?
the electron, Westbourne, home of the place to leave your chest warm. Photonic crystals are my playthings, rap at this scale, spoken in gamma ray wavelengths. Blaze beats, on my way to H3, unstable combustible isotopes at great heat. Fluid like a Mickey Mouse molecule, breaking down all atomic rules on the follow-through. I traverse the alpha helix, on the way to complex chemistry, you're bound to see it. Deoxyribonucleic secrets in the deep end, as I keep the beat and sow the seeds of reason.
Hold on, bro. This man is all over the place from chemistry to quantum physics. Are y'all aware? This man is mean.
The only heathen that can bring you cell replication. Shoot questions stabbed through the barrel of investigation.
And it's interesting because most people don't catch the concept of the song early on. It takes a second listen, sometimes even a third listen, or somebody to like nudge them in the direction of like, well, where's he going with this, right? Because oftentimes I tell people this story where the first comment I got, and I think the person removed it, and there are very few people who remember this, but there are some people who can attest to this. But the very first comment I got when I posted the video to Omniverse was something to the effect of, now you're just using big words, putting them together, and I don't know what this song is about, so I'm not listening to you anymore. Like, there was literally something along those lines. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, did I fail to execute the objective? Did I not get the assignment? Did I fail? And then surely after a little bit after that, some people hit me up and they're like, bro, the first song on this album is incredible. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't think it was all that great. I thought, so it is interesting to see people sort of light up in the first, 8 bars, 6 to 8 to I'd say 6 to 8 bars. If they get it, they get it, So this is pretty dope. I'm gonna give them a like.
Separation, 2 strands. Introduce RNA into the sequence, then you'll get a new hand. Puffin' Chiba with amoeba, debating which came first, consciousness or the creature. With tapeworms, cannabis tea poured from Russell's teapot to toast to every person to ever win an EGOT. Pack the stadium, the size of a coliseum. Skyscrapers, high-risers, tetrahedrons. Give me a beat and an ounce of leaf, and I'll show you things from the crease of the mountain peaks. Stay artful as I chop countries to state parcels. Leave the planet completely, become a space marshal. On the red plains, exploring the Mars dunes. Scrutinize asteroid debris and small moons. Who you talking to? I spit the cold fission. Visit every world near, then leave the solar system. Only one of many. All the space in between here and there is cold, and much of it is empty. Still come across a nebula or two, a couple of parsecs, and we've only gone a few. The void we launch into, from Orion's arm. Starships, galaxy class, we flying on. Galactic following, barely known in a local group. Training all alone, near large voids evoking truth. Take it in, let it sober you, as we go out to get a better seat of the overview.
And I would argue right there is the, what I even say right there, the overview, which is something I drew from the overview effect, which is something that astronauts report feeling when they leave Earth, when they leave orbit, and they look back and they see the planet, and there's this sort of collective, some sort of a collective calm or sort of peace or weight that they feel when they do that, when that happens to them. So it's like the overview effect happening in real time when people sort of get out past and they can look back and like, wait a minute, we just went from a quantum burst and, atomic chemistry all the way up now to where we are right now, where we're leaving the solar system, we're leaving the galaxy, we're leaving our sort of region of the universe, and we're going to keep going.
Ocean of space engulfing you with so many superclusters, they're singular in multitude. Every single one from Leo to Pavo Indus. I've traveled it all from Columba to Ophiuchus. I break jaws with the Great Wall of galaxies and filaments that would face all.
This man is spitting about galaxies, y'all. All right. You got me, bro.
Break jaws with
I appreciate it, and I will say this: it's like if it hits you, it hits you. That's the thing about it's the thing about the art that we've always tried to do, which is it speaks to you in such a profound ideological way, ontological, existential, that it's almost like you graduate from, this is type 3. I mean, he's just coming on to this at type 3. I'm sure he has no idea about the Kardashev scale, type 2, the Mandelbrot set, and of course City on the Type of Forever, and even my pre-Kardashev work and stuff like that. So it is interesting because the song does have that effect on people. It is my most known song for a reason. It is my most popular song for a reason. And it's interesting that the song that I was most known for before that was a song about atheism. And of course, this sort of goes in a completely different direction because I don't really talk about gods at all. Maybe I make a mention of apex entities or something like that, but that's an OBC reference. That's not really anything related to gods or religions or any critique of that. So, it is honestly such a joy to see it hit people in real time and have that, to watch that happen in real time. And like I said, I feel sort of cheated because this came out a year ago. I wish I would have reacted to it in real time and got a chance to bring him on my stream and sort of ask him some questions about what he was thinking at the time, and that offer still stands. If you ever want to come on my stream, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, it is very interesting to see this and watch it happen in real time. So.
The Great Wall of galaxies and filaments that would face all. One existence of distances that you might fear. From end to end, that's over 1 billion light years. In a sea of universes, it's a bubble in. And this is from the human's perch at the Hubble length. At scales like this, I find it troubling. How can I
What?
describe one branch when there are other limbs? Fleeing singularities while they're doubling. Coming
Black
out the face of
holes?
multiverse right in front of him. Nowhere to hide, the vast smothers him. A gram's number of gigaparsecs to the upper rim. Hyper realms absent temporal cause. Every
Ooh.
unique cosmic set with different physical laws. Plus every species capable of computation probably has supercomputer run simulations. With a population trying to explain it with its own Dr. Gates and its own language. Dirty
The
windshields hinder
multiverse?
our comprehension while tracking down great attractors aiming for ascension. From here, the multiverses look like sheets of paper in a library of books near the speed of lasers.
Let's go.
Xenostructures that are even greater, built from every fundamental thing you see in nature. At a hyper glance, you wouldn't even notice the beauty of the balance. Damn, they should have sent a poet. The Omni, the top of the hierarchy, where all modes are in play, even the probably. Cyclical birth, life, and death of a whole entire cosmos where your old life's a speck of probability swallowed by infinity, existing longer than all cosmological history. Swallowed by infinity, existing longer than all cosmological history.
Bruh.
Nature, you're right. And then perhaps our human affinity for this is a reflection of what nature does, because nature uses symmetry in enormous numbers of places for the shape of a flower, a snowflake. Any place where we humans look out and we find something beautiful, if you analyze it long enough, you'll probably figure out that we're looking at a symmetric image. But then nature turns around and pulls a trick on us, because if the world were perfectly symmetrical, we could not exist. And so nature in the end breaks symmetries, and it turns out that it's by the breaking of those symmetries that the laws apparently of nature that allow human beings to exist occur in the way that they do.
Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. Oh my God. That was so good. Now, I'm sure there are tons of people who don't like this song, don't care for it.
Oh yeah, and they aren't shy. Um, the people who don't like my music are not shy about articulating why they don't like my music and why they don't like me. Whether it's production, whether it's content, whether it's just I'm a West Coast, dude, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm glad it's 2026, and I'm glad I got to make all my music, before the AI wars over art started. But it's like the validation that people need in music, I don't need anymore. And I'm glad, because there was a time where I did, and it would have meant a lot for me for sort of, and don't get me wrong, this does. This absolutely means a lot to me, but I'm glad that I got through the phase of needing to be validated, because I was an orphan group home kid, combat veteran, whatever. So I think just seeing how it affects people always is a delight to me, because there were times where I never knew I would sort of make it to that point where I would affect people in that way. But it does provide a pretty profound experience when you hear it for the first time, and it does resonate with you the first time. Like, Omniverse is legit. Omniverse is definitely one of those songs that Society versus Nature, Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, there's a few of them,
It's not hip hop. It's not for them. I just wish you understood what he was talking about on the greater playing field of it all. Like, I'm not saying word for word and bar for bar I can give you that proper breakdown. Why? Because I would need someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson sitting with me right now in order to do that and pay it the most respect that it needs. I feel like I'm not even doing it justice right now by simply reacting to it.
Oh, you
Like, I
are.
mean,
Oh,
that was a
well, I disagree, good brother. I think your real-time response and reaction is legitimate. Like it is, yeah, it's you are doing it justice because there are a lot. This song goes over a lot of people's head. This song goes over a lot of people's head. So this isn't a song that I would expect everybody to just like get, you know. The Omniverse just crossed 3 million streams. Hilarious that we're talking about it. 3,040,633 streams. You can't see it, or maybe you can, but maybe you can from that angle. But yeah, 3,040,000. It's definitely up. I'm not really sure what's driving it, but anyway, I digress.
amazing, bro.
Maybe it's Ruppleberry. Maybe it's Ruppleberry. His video is the reason why Omniverse is blowing up right now. I'm telling you.
That was
Subscribe to his channel.
off the charts amazing. Poetry in motion, even. Like, dude, I have nothing to compare that to. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I've heard nothing. The only thing I could possibly compare that to is like classical music.
Wow.
And I'm talking not from the 60s and 70s and 80s like they like to say now. I'm talking like from the Beethoven era.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. That's heavy. That is the white wigs of it all. Those are the big wig musical titans, the Bachs, the Beethovens, the Chopins. You know what I'm saying? Like actually it's pretty weird when you think about it. When you, just being compared to anybody on that front. It'd be like being compared to Shakespeare. It'd be like being compared to Shakespeare, is what he's talking about right now.
Yeah. Talking Mozart type. Like,
Damn.
yeah. Cause this, he covered so many bases from the smallest to the largest, in and out of the universes, through every bit of what you may imagine the universe to be. And I mean, he's flowing, and the tone is on point, and the beat is sick, and the video is pulling you in. Bruh, that was so good. That was really good from a nerd's standpoint, okay? Forget everything you think you might have perceived about me, and I am a nerd at heart, bro.
Well, honestly, the fact that you're a nerd, this song was made specifically for you. I would argue this song was made more for a Ruppleberry than it was for like the average hip hop fan. Because let's be real, the average hip hop fan is not fucking with this. They're not. This ain't something they're playing. They're not slapping this in their car. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something that gets the party hype. This is a different type of song. What's up? You want to say hi to Ruppel? Come here. Come here. Good boy. Say what's up. Can you see? No, you guys can't see him. Anyway, but there is an element of like, if you're a certain type of thinker, if you're a certain type of imaginer, if you will, this song is definitely gonna hit you like it's hitting him.
Big nerd at heart, man. I love all the weird things in the galaxy and learning about what's outside of us and all of that. People have no real desire for, and a lot of people frown upon science, which is crazy. Um, and I also believe in God. So then there's that. So it's just it's so profound to me.
Well, I mean, he may run into my other music that may not be as friendly towards that, but I mean, I will also argue that, you know, the atheist phase of Graydon Square is, in my opinion, not relevant to Omniverse as a song. I don't think it has anything to do with religion. I don't think it's critical of religion. I don't think it's anything that is I don't know, derogatory or looks down on religion in that way. Obviously, I do have songs where I'm very critical of religion, and I do dissect my own religiosity that I grew up. But again, those days, gods are so far in the past for me that I don't really think about it much. But again, this isn't the first time I've actually had people who tell me like, yo, I'm a Christian and I listen to your music. I believe in God. I'm a theist and I listen to your music. I bump your shit, dog. Like, you don't have to be a non-believer or some sort of an atheist or secularist in order to like this song or to like my music. So I feel like past type 1, the Carter scale, you don't really get that much. You know what I mean? Like the religion thing was because I came out of religion myself. So that was really more of my deconstruction. But after that, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'd argue more of my friends are goddamn, and I'm saying outside of GU, are, theists as opposed to secular in nature.
I had a
Hold on. Look at this dude's hands. Dog, if he had to whoop somebody's ass, look at these hands, dog. God damn. My man's got some hands. If he had to put hands on you, dog, you do not want to get clubbed by that.
I had a in high school in 10th grade, my science teacher used to work for NASA.
Mm.
Female, it was a female science teacher I had, and she used to work for NASA. Like she was a rocket scientist, and I would sit in front and just be in awe listening to her. Just the things she would do and the things she knew and how she would explain things, I loved it. And he just took something like one of my secret loves and passions to something I'm very vocal about and merged the two so beautifully.
Wow.
Bro, listen, this song needs to get passed around. Share this video with your friend. Tell your friends to go listen to Graydon Square. This song specifically, Omniverse, it's like that. And then just have a conversation about it. Just listen to it and have a conversation about it. Good, bad, or indifferent. I would love to know how that goes. If this is your first time listening to Graydon Square simply because you've tuned into my channel, what did you think about that?
I kind of want to go to the comment section, but first of all, I love his video production style, the format of his videos, and how he's allowing, he's allowing space for things to breathe that he's talking about. I feel like a lot of people have this sort of, because short form content is so, our attention spans are so short that everything has to be so condensed. You got to fit everything in such a short amount of time. So it's just a giant run-on sentence. I don't feel like he does that. I see a lot of reviews. He didn't really talk a lot through the music. He didn't really talk over the music, which I really appreciate. One of the things that bothers me just in people in general is like people who talk over music. I'm like, I don't know where, because I come from an area where you can't really talk over certain songs. That I know there are certain songs that people do talk over, but certain songs are like, listen. Yeah, I mean, he'd be a great member of Grand Unified Theory. I feel like as a community, we would be a good fit for him. But anyway.
Like, seriously, what did you think about that? And don't try to come up with something that you think is cool or gonna get likes. No, seriously, what was your first thought and impression when you first heard those couple of bars?
All right, let's see what everybody actually said. First person says 0 PE 3 IQ. Graydon Square achieved so much in the amazing music he's been making for a long time, and has fans from every continent. And at the same time, I always have felt ever since I discovered his work that he was underrated. I appreciate that. I've always felt that as well, but you know, whatever. Sure, of course, a lot of that comes from what he touches on in his music. A lot of science can go over many people's heads out there. But he's just amazing in so many ways. Much appreciated. Thank you. I can only speak for myself, and hip hop is not typically my scene, but there are a few select artists that I really love. Graydon Square is my number one hip hop artist, period. Depending on number one or number two artists of all time, at least for me personally, the true rhyme lord. Damn. That might be the best fucking comment I've ever fucking had right there. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, when I first listened and realized we were going from the smallest things to the largest things, it blew my mind. Exactly. And the beauty of what I attempted to do, right? The assignment is go from the smallest conceivable thing to the largest conceivable thing in a single verse. Right? That was the assignment for me for type 3. Open the album, right? This was the opening song. Not the opening song. It was the second one, because Galaxy Rise was the opening song. But this was like the number 2 song on the album. And I needed to cover that element of like going from the smallest to the largest, but in a single verse. It couldn't have a chorus, because then you couldn't call it Omniverse. Right? I wanted it to be the single most descriptive verse ever written in hip hop, right? He said, but then we start traveling beyond our galaxy and far beyond my expectation. After hearing the whole song, I was amazed, and Graydon Square has been in my playlist ever since. Damn, that's awesome. Graydon Square is my favorite rapper. He's a nice guy too. Aw, I appreciate it. And you know what's funny is there are people out there who be like, Graydon Square fucking sucks. He's an asshole. He didn't let me fucking treat him like shit, or he didn't let me just do what I wanted to do and set boundaries, and that's why I hate him. And it's just like, I get it. I know this is me reacting. I just want to make sure I was keeping this under a right amount of time, because I didn't want to make this video necessarily about me, but he did say, what did people say in the comments? And I wanted to give that the right amount of time. Noob Professional, great name, says, Ayo, sick reaction. Graydon Square slaps. I knew this would hit the spot, but lyrically, but might not do so well in the algorithm, which is true. And again, I don't understand why I struggle in the algorithms. Glad you like it. You'll probably also like City on the Type of Forever, Shut Your Trap, or the Kardashev Scale. Almost forgot about Metaphor Swordsman. Damn, they really know the catalog there. I really enjoyed his latest album. He's an acquired taste, but to me his bars are fire. I think he was a physics teacher briefly. Nope, physics student, but hey, you're in the vicinity, dog. I was a physics major. That's, never heard of Graydon Square, and I'd usually skip a video like this, but you are dominating my suggested videos right now. When the song started, I heard the beat and the production and was ready for the worst. Really? I heard the beat and production and was ready for the worst. Okay. It was awesome though. Okay, cool. Like some I'm gonna assume that this is a mistake. Some MF Doom meets Sage Francis type stuff. Just like MF Doom and Sage Francis. I appreciate the hell out of it, but it's not something that's going on a road trip. I feel like if you have to be in a very specific mood for this type of music, very cool to listen to for the first time though. Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much, because they could have been a lot more harsh in the, I don't really like rap sort of thing, or I don't really like this style of music, but they weren't. Graydon Square needs a full-blown renaissance. Please react to Society versus Nature on the same album. Oh, and honestly, a renaissance is coming. I have 3 albums left on the Type 4 series. You think I'm not going to do those albums? Shit. Graydon Square kicks ass. Thank you very much. Got log. Oh, that was no clip on the other one. Now I have to see if you reacted to Decca, another one of my favorites. And then someone said, I've never seen anyone mention both. Yeah, you know, people ask me about Decca, and I always, you know, tell them, you know, as far as they ask me about doing a song with him, and I'm like, that's something you have to ask him about. You know, my answer to that is always yes. My answer to in songs with anybody is yes, because I feel like the hip hop gods demand that. But again, that has to be something that the fans sort of orchestrate. Propaganda Lofty is almost the same as this. Really? Interesting. Okay, so this is okay, same person. All right. So yeah, all right, let me finish out this video.
Took me through it with the first couple of bars, and I just had to let it ride because I'm like, hold on, wait. You came in the door swinging, bro. I'm here with it. I'm here with it, man. I'm here for it. I love that. Shout out to my subscriber who even tuned in and said, I got it. I got one for you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Man. Yeah. Yeah. How do we follow this up? To my subscriber, I hope you are watching. How do I follow this up, bro? What song comes after this? Where does this go? Cause yeah. Simply cause yeah. So till next time, bro. Comment section. If you agreed with this song, what did it make you feel on the first intro, man? How'd you feel after the first couple of bars? What were you thinking? And if you didn't like the song, why didn't you like it? Honest opinions. If you didn't like it, why not? But until next time, bro, have a way better day, man.
Yeah. Ruppleberry deserves your likes and follows. I had no idea. I just subscribe. Oh, I haven't subscribed, but I did hit the like. And everybody who commented, Zero PEIQ, Michael Webb, Hellenian Man, New Professional, everybody, No Clip, Gotlog, Jerry Actrick, awesome name. But shout out to Ruppleberry, Teddy Ruppleberry. Open invitation if you ever want to come on the stream. If you ever want to do a reaction video together, I'm always down for stuff like that. So much appreciated, brother. Have a great one to everybody out there. Grand Unified Theory. Have a great one. Peace, peace.